you?
God! Triple H! Triple H! It's rubber!
Acting like a
Look at
child
all
when I
those
have
people who
kids.
aren't in this show.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Bray Wyatt. Haven't seen you in forever.
I'm pretty sure this was made like right before the Matt thing happened.
Yeah. But now Matt's getting his own WWE Network show, which I
Is
think
it a
we all
show
kind
or
of
is
hope
it a
for.
Halloween special? I can't tell.
No matter what, if he does get a show, it is a Halloween special.
Fair enough.
So it's like asking, is it a square or a rectangle?
Yeah.
Well, technically one is more specific, the other is also the other.
Yeah. Well, I guess that begins the episode, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, fuck. Hi, this is, I think we're just, this is brand new segment show of a jig, Modular Media Wrestling Podcast, where
It's like Analytical Fanboys Wrestling Podcast, but it's called Modular Media Wrestling Podcast.
And that's all that's changed. Basically, we record our live reactions in the form of audio because smell-o-vision does not exist yet. And if we did, do you really want to smell two nerdy-ass white boys while they watch wrestling?
In their pajamas, drinking
Yeah.
and eating chicken fajitas.
I had a Philly cheesesteak for dinner. It was choice.
That's great.
Yeah. But today we are watching the one, the only, the Super Showdown from Australia.
And we're in agreement that sounds like the name of a Pokemon fighting game, right?
Yeah, it's a dumb. It's about as dumb as Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And it's kind of in the same vein as Greatest Royal Rumble. Like, I'm a new wrestling fan, so I don't know if they've been doing this for longer than this year, but this is it's like a new thing WWE's been doing where they're doing, like, every once in a while pay-per-view in another country where they're pretty popular.
Yeah, and it's also in, like, giant arenas. Like, they did the Saudi Arabia one in, I think, their soccer stadium. And they're doing this Australian one in their in a really popular cricket stadium. That's huge.
Yeah.
And cricket, which looks like the smallest game ever whenever I see a pitch of cricket, because it looks like it's just like 5 feet by 10 feet of just the actual playing field, yet the arenas for it are massive.
Yeah.
It's always confusing to me. Cricket's weird. Baseball makes more sense. Bite me.
I know cricket is about as well as I know it's been in a couple British things I've watched.
Yeah.
The Fifth Doctor was a big cricket fan. I know that.
It's weird. It's like baseball and bowling had a baby. Like, honestly, I think that may actually be a good description of it. Baseball and bowling had a baby.
Wow.
So back on the wrestle. Super Showdown. These kind of, the best way to put it is like event comics, but for wrestling pay-per-views.
Yeah. Just everybody get in here and we'll do a thing for people who normally don't get to see us do things.
Yeah. Seems to be canon and non-canon all at the same time, and like,
well, it's weird because the big thing this one is being sold on is Undertaker versus Triple H for the last time.
A second time.
Yeah. And they've spent...
And Shawn Michaels took a bump.
Yeah. They've carved out like an area on Raw every week for like the past 2 months building up to this. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a lot of context for this, but okay. Because I haven't watched a lot of the old rivalry. Or I hadn't until WWE Network put up that giant fucking playlist. And then somebody uploaded it to the website where we watch wrestling and questioning legality. And I somehow managed to watch all of that in 2 days.
How? And how are you not dead?
I don't know. But there was some good stuff in there. There was some really stupid stuff. It was wrestling, okay?
It's WWE wrestling. Of course it's going to have stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember what's on the card. And you know what? I'm not going to look it up. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And it also bears mentioning that we are not watching this live like we did in that AFWP. This
For a
aired at
takeover.
5 a.m.
Yeah,
and it's currently 11:30 p.m. So we're going to be watching this uploaded to a site in parts. So there might be weird breaks in here. There might not. I don't know how much editing Chris does on these.
I'll figure something out.
All right. So anything else to say, or should I just start it?
Why not? You know what? Quick mention. We're doing Modular Media now. This is a thing. This is what we're calling
That's why we changed the podcast name.
Yeah. Just for people who didn't watch any other video, this is their first. It's just what we call our shit.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk more about that when we get to the end of this and Chris does an outro.
Yeah. Oh god, I have like hours to agonize over that.
Hey, real quick before I hit play here, who you got money on, Undertaker or Triple H?
Triple H doesn't wrestle often, but when he does, he still can pull off the I am an authority figure clout. Undertaker wrestles sparingly, but has lost several big matches recently. Undertaker.
Yeah, I think he's going to be, because he's been like, he officially retired and then like he's poking his head back in every once in a while the last couple of years. I think this is him coming back in to put Triple H over because Triple H is going to be here forever.
He's the new Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Imagine 40 years from now we go put Triple H in a home.
Oh my god.
Who's going to be the
Just
person?
Imagine us still doing stuff together 40 years from now.
God, I'll be 50. No, 60. Who would take over for Triple H out of the young roster right now?
Out of the roster right now?
Yeah, who would Triple H groom to be his protege?
Just out of the main roster, or is NXT cool?
I say NXT that's been there for a while, so no newer NXT people.
Honestly, out of people who are there right now, and not bringing into the factor of there's plenty of time for other newer people to come in, because Triple H only, at this point in Vince McMahon's career, compared to where Triple H is right now, Triple H hadn't shown up. So there's a fair amount of time left. But honestly, if we're not picking a keep it in the family person, I'm going to go with two dudes who people love and Triple H loves, but are already married. Daniel Bryan or Johnny Gargano.
I can see Daniel Bryan. I'm not sure about Gargano. I'm not saying Gargano wouldn't be interesting, but like he's so young to me right now, I just can't imagine him as a more level-headed mentor figure. Like I can see Daniel Bryan's a leader in the locker room. I can just tell because he's Daniel motherfucking Bryan. You know? Who knows?
All right. Well, let's get this thing started. We've done like 20 minutes of preamble now.
Play that stuff.
All right.
Look at that. It's a thingamajig.
Come on, give me full screen. I want full screen.
I hear dooms.
Where's the full screen? There we go. All right.
We have
those are some
pyro.
fireworks. Look at all those cell phones.
In Australia, they call them celly bellies.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I just got to make sure you do realize I'm fucking with you, right?
I can never tell anymore, so I just roll with it. Hey, that kid's wearing my shirt. Well, it's technically Daniel Bryan's shirt, but I own one of those. All
right. On a level of 5, no, on level to 1 to 5, how disappointing do you think this is going to be? 5 being super disappointing.
Either 2 or 3.
All right.
We'll see.
First up, we have The Bar.
Yeah, we're starting off with a tag team match, which, you know, that's a good way to get it going.
I always feel a little bad for Cesaro in this tag team because the theme music is Sheamus. Cesaro's in behind and he has to come around.
Yeah.
It feels like it's Sheamus and his tag partner, Cesaro.
Well, Cesaro's such a, complicated issue because it's like he started out really awesome and then WWE screwed him over and now he's just kind of Sheamus's second fiddle.
I love their look. I love their team dynamic. It's just, I feel a little like...
Cesaro needs more to do.
Yeah. He needs to have more identity within the team.
Also, I really like that because it's a big stadium, they did a close-up on them during the part where all the lights are blasting at them. Usually they shoot it from a little far away on like Raw and stuff, and I always think it undersells that moment. Also, I think this is, am I wrong? Is this the first pay-per-view with Renee Young?
Do what?
Is this the first pay-per-view where Renee Young is on commentary, or was that Hell in a Cell?
That was probably an NXT one. I don't remember. There be sour.
Famous.
Champs. Dude, that guy's wearing my hat.
It's just our entire closets were rated for this pay-per-view.
Because I have the dude was wearing a Back to the Future 2 hat, and I have one.
Oh, I love that hat. I've always wanted to get one.
You got to be very careful because if you set it in the wrong way after you wear it on a hot day, it can get moldy because it's plastic and not porous.
Ah.
So it does not dry.
Man, they've got a ton of pancakes on them today.
Yep.
Look at Cesaro freaking like crouching down like he's going to pounce on one of them.
I think it's 4. I think that's Francesca 4.
Oh, is Big E sitting this one out?
Yeah, he is.
Kofi and Xavier show. This should be interesting.
Should be high fly.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the right way to go if you're doing a thing to show off for a foreign audience.
Well, it's not like Australia is that foreign. It's like America, but they sound almost British.
Oh! Also,
did you just catch the comic book reference they made?
No, what reference was it?
They call it their Speed Force team. Their pairing. Speed Force.
Okay. I caught that, but I didn't think of it like, oh, comic books. I just thought of it like, yeah, they're the Fast Boys. God damn, they are just kicking butt. Also, is it just me or are these ropes unwrapped?
No, they're just white wrapped. They're wrapped in white tape. Okay.
I couldn't tell because I don't know how it looks for you because we're watching this in a rabbit room, but for me it's a little grainy, so.
No, they're clear. They're shiny.
I know we've been all over Cesaro so far, but like, God, I love his look. He just looks like a Bond henchman.
He's great. He's great. You know what his original gimmick was in WWE? He came out like Bond.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I love that. I love it when wrestlers just go full anime, like when the bar just like scream at each other and then do a double kick.
Yeah, it's great. It's a nice little pump up moment for the folks at home. Because the crowd can't hear that, but like we see it and we're like, yeah!
Their power is getting to another level.
New day rise.
It is late.
It is indeed. We're going to be up late watching this.
And I've already spent 3 hours watching hockey.
I've kind of just had a wrestle night because I spent the morning working around the house. Then I set up stuff for Modular in the afternoon. Then I had to deal with some family stuff in the evening. And now I've just been, like, since I got back on the computer at 7, I've been watching Broken Hardy's saga. And now we're watching this.
Yeah. No, I watched the opening game of the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers. It took the Lightning a little bit to get warmed up, but they won.
Good for them.
Yeah, because they got scored against first thing. Hockey separated into 3 blocks of play. So in the first one, they gave up a point, so they were down for the whole thing. Oh God! Oh, Sheamus! Oh, that is a weird heel move, and I love it. Just like letting the audience start counting a thing and make them expect something, and then just don't do it. It's great.
Yeah, the Bar is a great like tweener faction, or they're not even a faction; they're just a good tweener team.
Yeah, I wish there were more factions in WWE.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had like, because WWE always loves to tout up the Attitude Era. It would be nice if we had a like call back to that pre-Attitude Era period where there were just like a billion factions. There was a Hart Foundation, whatever Rock's group was called. I know there were a couple other ones.
No, here's the thing. That was Attitude.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought all those factions getting broken up was when the Attitude Era started.
No, that was when the Ruthless Aggression Era started. because Attitude is because in Attitude there was DX, there was the Nation of Domination, which was what The Rock was in. Heart Foundation was a little bit earlier, pre-Attitude. Then you had basically the Undertaker had a cult.
Nice.
Vince McMahon had a corporate faction of like kiss ups, and then eventually like those two factions fused. So you have a bunch of yuppies and a bunch of cultists just hanging out together.
Nice.
It was
the last time I think we had like a proper faction though was the Authority.
Yeah, and the Authority is a callback to that older Vince McMahon faction. But like, was a YouTuber. He got basically he got copyrighted striked off of YouTube, which sucks. But he's called Showbuckle, and he's basically just explaining and making video essays about New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I think it was him. I think it was him that made this video. I'm pretty
I think I've heard of him. I think you've told me about him before. Whoa, that was a great stunt.
Yeah, but basically he explained that the reason New Japan can make feuds last longer and make them more impactful is because everybody is in a faction. So when they want to hype up a feud, they can just have their friends fight.
Yeah.
Or they can like have one of the people in the feud fight one of the other guy's friends. That way, like it kind of makes the person they're going against like, you hurt my friend, fuck you. It allows for more diverse stories that you can tell. And then hey, after that feud is done, guess what? They beat a person in the other feud, and they can start a feud with them, and you can just repeat the process. That's how I would when we make a wrestling federation. That's how I'm gonna book shit.
Nice.
Everybody's gonna be friends and have groups and stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, long story short, factions should definitely make a comeback in WWE because they're a great storytelling method.
Oh yeah,
like, you've already got one primed and freaking ready to go with the Balor Club.
Club. We got the Dogs of War now.
Like, Balor Club is a great concept, but on the show, unless it's like a pay-per-view where he has a bunch of people coming out with him to show LGBT inclusion, it's always just Finn. And I'm like, Balor Club is a great concept. Give him some other people to work with.
Balor Club is just like, oh, his fans are the Balor Club. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but like, Gallows and Anderson are right there. Oh, God. Cesaro has an amazing sharpshooter.
Cesaro's just been doing all the good stuff this match.
Oh, yeah.
I love how ineffectual refs are sometimes.
Well, they have like one hit point.
There's a second fight breaking out, and this dude is just like, hey, no, don't do that. Oh, I gotta stay on this.
I love how if a wrestler changes gimmick but doesn't change character, they still have their old finishing moves names.
Yeah.
So Kofi Kingston used to be Jamaican, and so all of his moves were named after like Trouble in Paradise, SOS.
Hey, New Day win.
Yeah. But like now that he's just a dude, they're still called Trouble in Paradise, and it's like, that's funny to me.
I mean, it's great that the New Day won, but like, did anybody really expect them to lose the titles in a foreign pay-per-view?
It depends. It's just that New Day are fan favorites, so them losing, unless they had a storyline in that they wanted to do, they're not going to lose. Because them being champions sells more merch.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, fuck yeah, because...
Oh my god, Big E is making out with his belt.
Yeah, but because, like, they made this gimmick all themselves, I, like, fuck yeah, no, keep the belt. I don't care. Like, you worked hard for it. You did this. It's not Vince McMahon giving you the belt. It's you earning the belt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised there hasn't been a wrestler shoe deal yet. You know, with how many wrestlers wear sneakers?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been
wear like custom boots and stuff too.
Yeah, like look at that boot Big E's wearing. Have like Air Jordan make us Jordan Air Jordan 1. Oh, I fucking love this commercial.
Oh yeah, this commercial's great. Because like this is the level of production value they can't do week to week, but they want you to imagine is there.
I love that when Asuka takes off her mask and starts crying green.
Mm-hmm.
I love this moment too, where AJ Styles basically is going like in a place where they said you never make it, you are the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like you want to know
like
why
I don't care about the game at all, but I love this commercial.
You want to know why the commercials are so good? Guess who makes them?
Who?
Paul Heyman's fucking advertisement company.
Because of course it's them. Oh, we're bringing this out early. Okay, Charlotte. This feud has been awesome, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it's getting so little screen time, but it's the best thing in the women's division right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they're actually having a feud and not just being like, "You're not my friend."
Mm-hmm.
Screw you.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, the woo.
With the WWE logo, yeah.
So if you actually did it, would it be ooh?
Possibly. I love that there's a guy there trying to get her to sign a belt. God, I love Becky's theme. It's like, it's one of those songs that's a go-to for me to get me fired up to do something.
I love how they're still trying to make Becky look like the heel, though.
Yeah.
And when I say love, I mean that with the utmost sarcasm.
It's hilarious that they're still trying. Well, it's kind of the Stone Cold thing of the people's heel. Where like in continuity you're being a jackass, but the fans love the way you're being a jackass.
Yeah. There just needs to be a JR on the announce table like JR was for Stone Cold. Stone Cold like fucking the King kept going on and on about how Stone Cold doing stuff was like wrong because you can't do that. That's your boss. And JR was just going like, he's Stone Cold. He's a hero.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it needs to be. That's how it needs to be on the booth. And it's just not that way on the booth.
Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest problem because
Corey Graves Corey Graves needs to be the one going like, you can't do that, Becky. And the other two guys need to be like, Becky's awesome.
Oh, that's so good. Becky should really give Ronda Rousey mean mugging lessons.
Yeah.
Because, like, that one shot was so good. And, like, you watched that Endless Jest video on Hell in a Cell I sent you, right?
I started and it got, like, a third of the way in, and then I had to do something.
The part where he talks about Ronda's mean mugging and, like, the way they've been packaging her is 100% how I feel about Ronda. It's like, this could be great, but you're trying too hard. Let's go, Becky! Let's go, Becky! Oof.
She just did a cooch. She just did a cooch kick.
Yeah, she's being relentless right now. You know how this match feels right now? This feels like a classic Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair match. Like, it's very much.
I mean, it does help that one of them is a Flair. Yeah,
it's very much just them beating the crap out of each other without a lot of fancy stuff.
Yeah, see, here we go. The heel commentator is defending Becky, and the faces are admonishing her. It's like, that's not how it should be, brah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte was that close to actually hitting her head when she came out of the ring.
Mm-hmm. How does an amount of wins equate to having earned your place?
Yeah, like half of those was when she was a heel.
Yeah.
And cheated her way. Like her daddy.
Oh, that was great. I know there's a name for that, but I always love that move where you like swing around a person that's bigger than you and knock them down.
All I know is the specific name when Baron Corbin does it, because when Baron Corbin does it, it's called an End of Days.
Oof. This is why I look up to wrestlers so much, because like I fuck up my back just sitting wrong for a whole day. And they do shit like this where they get slammed down on a mat repeatedly. And I know they do it in a semi-safe way, but like, damn, that's props.
Yeah. Oofa doofa doofa. I love how all the European WWE wrestlers do European uppercut instead of a traditional uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
It just adds like a nice layer to them being from a different country.
Yeah.
Because Becky does a European style uppercut, so does Cesaro, so does Finn. Pretty sure Rusev does. Do you know what Finn's actual name is?
I do not.
Fergal.
Huh. Yeah.
Fergal Devitt, I'm pretty sure.
Wrestler real names and like real life info is not something I go out of my way to find.
I just find it. His name is Fergal, which is it's a classic Irish name.
Yeah.
But like to an American ear, hearing someone's name is Fergal, your first instincts to go, are you a Muppet?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is it sounds a lot like either Furby or Fraggle, like Fraggle Rock.
The crowd said you fucked up. I love how Becky knows exactly the character she's playing because she's not acting like a heel. She's just acting like Stone Cold.
She's doing such good acting in this match right now. Like, whenever they close up on her face, I'm like, yeah, you're a great worker.
Because a lot of the character right now is very much, I know how hard she is, and I got to try that hard because I know I'm good enough to beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily I got to pull out all the stops. It's more I know I can beat her. I just need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'd love to know if like the minute this character really started going down this path, she called Stone Cold and went, "Hey, I want some hints. I want some help."
That'd be interesting. I don't know if he's talked about that on his podcast yet. I know he says
he has. He talked about Becky basically be kind of. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was talking about how like, oh, this is really cool. It feels like the old days.
Oh, just listen to that crowd.
Let Becky win. Charlotte shouldn't be the female Roman Reigns.
I mean, it's very logical that she will be, but we shouldn't let her become that.
Yeah. Let her just be, you know what? It's still copying another wrestler, but let her be Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't be Ric Flair cheating like Ric Flair does. You know, like dirtiest player in the game. He'd use outside weapons all the time, all that kind of stuff. Have her cheat in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like Charlotte, you haven't defended your title in 2 months. I've been so busy doing charity work though.
Yeah.
Charlotte, you need to defend your title. All right, fine. Who am I going up against? And it just and she cheats in a. I don't want to say it's like in a sexist way. She cheats in a manipulative manner because she's the heir of a classic.
Yeah, she's kind of like a semi-bitchy, I don't care heiress. Yeah,
but have her use like, Charlotte, you need to do this, but I'm a Flair. Like that's what I think an interesting direction for her character would be as a heel. Again, I haven't watched much of her heel work, so that may have been part of it.
And like, while we're on Charlotte, I should say she's been doing a good amount of working tonight too. Like Becky.
Yeah, no discredit to Charlotte. It's just Becky's better right now. Mm-hmm. I like Becky better.
She's playing the really good, like, I can't believe my friend has become this. How am I going to be able to beat my friend's side of it?
Yeah, but playing up to that in this storyline just makes her look delusional of like, why wouldn't Becky be like this? Oh, come on. Don't do that to Becky. Don't make her a coward.
No.
Oh, she's taking the belt and running.
No, what the fuck? I don't like that at all.
No.
This match was okay until they did that.
No. Don't let Charlotte. Come on, Becky. Don't do this to Becky.
Come on, Becky. Oh no. I don't know if I don't know what's worse, that or her losing.
You know what? I'll say this. I'll say this. This is like early Stone Cold. This is what I want to believe, where early Stone Cold had a lot of the classic Stone Cold stuff, but he was still a heel and still cheated and did that kind of shit. And slowly him and Bret Hart turned each other. Ooh.
Whoa. What the heck? Is this Charlotte's heel turn?
Like what I'm saying.
Come on, you can salvage this. Oh, she just said that's my title. No, Becky, stop. Come on, guys, you're so close right now.
She was just giving one last bit to Charlotte. The fans still love her, though, right now.
Yeah. I hope, because you can drag this feud out for quite a while. I hope this is, the start of Charlotte starting to get really pissed off and frustrated. That's the first crack. And we're going to see more on... They're on Raw, right?
SmackDown. Look at the blue in her belt.
Yeah, we're going to see more on SmackDown come next week.
I just hope it's more Becky starts self-realizing that part of the reason she never won, she starts really looking into herself, and that's why, and she looks at her cheating as that's not me. That's not how I wanted to win, but I needed to win so I can prove myself, so I can prove to you that I deserve this belt. Because screw all of them thinking they're better than me and keep that badass attitude.
Yeah.
On WWE. All women pay-per-view on WWE. Because there's Stardom that exists, and Impact has done several all-women's pay-per-views.
I just don't get this ad. It's trying to be WWE is this big, huge, inspirational thing, and it's yeah, it is that, but you're acting like it's wholesome. And the thing that makes WWE cool is that it's awesome and inspirational without being wholesome. It's badass. It's a bunch of crazy people screaming at each other about how much better they are than one another. Also, I love how they keep putting The Miz in there as an inspirational person when he's supposed to be a heel.
I think it's just more because he says a lot of things of I'm right, as funny goofs. Elias.
Yeah! I love this teaming. Did you see the episode where they got booed so much that it ruined the whole promo?
They're playing AC/DC. They're singing along too.
Yeah.
Right.
This is really good. I've totally flipped on Elias. I love him now. He's one of the best guys.
And here's the thing. A lot of people thought he was kind of pants in NXT.
Huh.
Yeah.
Walk with Elias! Walk with Elias!
Look at Kevin Owens. I am mildly impressed by this. Look at that Canadian fuck.
I get the feeling that these two were just talking backstage one night, and he's yeah, I don't know what to do. This Braun thing, it's not working out, and I can't really get anything good going right now. And he's you want to team up? Fuck yes! Oh, yeah, that's right. These two are fighting John Cena and Bobby Lashley tonight. I totally forgot that.
I thought they were fighting Bobby Lashley and mini Bobby Lashley. What's his name?
Leo Rush? Yeah. No, John Cena is showing up because he's contractually obligated to appear because he's a big WWE guy, and even though he's not been on either Raw or SmackDown in forever, he's got to come to this.
How much you want to bet that John Cena is going to be in a new color?
I have no idea. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird that John Cena is appearing, and at least they've made a little bit of fun of it, going are you sure, Bobby? Are you sure you can beat us? Because, we haven't seen your partner around at all. Your team, have you guys trained at all?
Yeah, but John Cena also does make sense because he has feuded with both Elias and Kevin Owens in the past.
Yeah.
So it does make at least a modicum of sense.
There he is!
There's the Cena man! I love how the entirety of WWE fans have turned around on Cena.
Yeah. John Cena sucks! John Cena sucks!
Yeah, he has a new Can't Stop Me shirt.
Huh.
Oh, God. Cena has hair.
Is Cena balding?
Oh, he's been balding for a while. No, I think that's just the hair being lighter and lights. No, he had hair implants.
Okay. Wow.
God, he looks his age.
Yeah, he's starting to look like everyone's dad just walked into the ring.
Yeah, oh God. That's weird.
Fingers crossed for
not gonna stop wearing. Now he just looks like your dad who's gonna start mowing yards.
Yeah.
Because of the jorts.
I mean, like I said, fingers crossed he has a promising film career because his time in WWE is definitely up at this point.
I don't think it's over. I think he's just now legend. He's a legend.
Yeah.
He is now an Undertaker role. He shows up every once in a while, and him just being there adds a level of clout to the match.
Yeah, he's here because this is the Australian pay-per-view, and they wouldn't have ever gotten to see him otherwise. Kind of like Undertaker and Triple H are here tonight for that reason.
Yeah, no, his hair, he does have a noticeable patch of not there.
So do you think we're going to see the 6th move of Doom tonight?
Oh,
he looks like old Tom Cruise.
No, you know what he looks like? He looks like Bradshaw.
Yes! Man, Cena really does look like he's just here. We keep getting on this, but good lord.
I mean, I'm happy John Cena's here.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's John Cena. How do you not like John Cena?
Yeah. And like, we
that's
both
like trying to hate Superman.
Yeah. And we both kept pretty up to date with like the Bumblebee movie news and trailers and stuff. But like, he looks, I want to say 5 years older than the footage of him in that movie we've seen looks.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think something's up. I just think it's just a bad look with the hair. I think the hair
should have gotten a haircut before he came down.
Yeah, but I think he has another role he's doing that he can't cut his hair. You know?
Yeah.
And they can't really CGI it off like a mustache. Have they announced what John Cena's character's name is in Bumblebee?
I think they have. It's just barely been mentioned, so I don't remember.
You know what? I wish they hadn't, and he doesn't have a name out in the public yet. And at the end of the movie, he turns good and goes like, we're helping Bumblebee. These guys are our bad guys. How do you know that? How do you know that? I just do. Well, we're going to trust you, Duke.
Yeah. I mean, have I told you my fan theory?
What?
Because they did reshoots for Bumblebee after they finished it. And they were like, I don't think they gave an explanation for the reshoots, but there were reshoots, and like shortly after those reshoots happened, the announcement of the new Hasbro Cinematic Universe happened at, I believe, San Diego Comic-Con. And I went, oh, you know what I bet those reshoots are? I bet originally John Cena's military outfit was going to be Sector 7 from the first Transformers movie. And now in the reshoots, they're changing it to their proto G.I. Joe, and he's going to show up in the G.I. Joe movie in old man makeup as General Hawk.
Or as Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, having a wrestler be a G.I. Joe is a long-standing tradition.
Uh-huh.
This match has been really good, though. Bobby's been fucking amazing right now.
By the way, have I ever told you that I didn't know Sergeant Slaughter was a wrestler until way later after I found out about him?
Really?
Yeah, I found out about him through G.I. Joe first, and he was my favorite G.I. Joe for the longest time.
You were always a wrestle boy.
Yeah. There was literally a day on Twitter where I found one of his promos just goofing around on YouTube watching G.I. Joe clips. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Sergeant Slaughter was a real person and a wrestler? And somebody replied like, fuck yeah. And I was like, oh goddamn, I guess I have a whole afternoon outlined for me now.
Yeah, he looks his age.
And it's all in the face.
Yeah, like but the hair accents the bad parts of his face.
Uh-huh.
I love how we talked about more of the aesthetics of the male wrestlers and talked more wrestling in the female wrestlers match.
Yeah, the quote-unquote fresh John Cena.
Hey, fermented cheese can still be fresh cheese.
Yeah.
I love how they're playing into the fact that John Cena hasn't been here by playing into but making it so John Cena can't be in the ring. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Has he even been in the match yet?
No.
Oh, wow.
I think that's interesting. They're playing into it really well.
Yeah, it seems like he's just showing up, and he may not even get stuff to do tonight, aside from occasionally do I want a tag pose like he's doing right now.
It's a very intense I want a tag pose.
Mm-hmm.
He's hopping on one foot.
Yeah.
He's a wiggling.
Oh man, Bobby looks insane right now.
Yeah. Who knew how to make Bobby Lashley like really popular was give him an interesting character and have him work good matches.
Yeah.
Because I've been liking some of the Leo Rush stuff.
Mm-hmm. Leo Rush is great. I love all his stuff on it's Raw, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've loved him on Raw so far. I didn't really give a crap about him on 205, but like he's been hilarious on Raw, especially the bit where he came out and started like jobbing at Elias, and then Elias goes, "Whose kid is this?" Like that's one of the only times I've ever laughed out loud at wrestling. Ooh. I love John Cena's face there as he's walking up. He's like, "You okay, buddy?"
Hey man, do you need a cookie? Know what I want? I want John Cena to get in and he just does all the 5 moves. And then he counts each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of playing along with the audience. And then he pulls up 6 fingers and he does like a fucking hurricanrana or something.
Yeah. Because that was a thing. I don't know if you saw that video, but on the WWE YouTube channel, they did a video about him training in China. And it was like, is John Cena going to reveal a 6th move of Doom soon? And he's like, yeah, we're working on some stuff here. I'm learning some new stuff. I can't really confirm anything either way. And it's like, yeah, there's probably going to be a 6th move of Doom at Super Showdown.
John Cena pulls out a Canadian destroyer.
Yes. We keep making... I don't know if we're like making fun of or commending him tonight, but like John Cena is just the reaction image that keeps on giving right now.
There's only a few people who are living memes. John Cena's a living meme.
Yeah.
John Cena's show.
Oh, tag, he's in.
Yeah, John Cena's in. All right, shoulder tackle, dive, and a slam. Oh, John Cena's been around enough that he can be called.
Slick his hair back?
Yeah, he can be called vintage John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's the second move of doom. Third move of doom.
Oh, okay.
It's a punch.
It's a glorified punch. All right.
It's an anime punch.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense because he learned it in China, which is in Asia, and anime comes from Asia largely. I don't know. Chinese and
Hold on, let's watch the replay and see it. Okay.
I can't tell if it's a punch or it's an elbow bump.
It seems like he's trying to emulate like a 5-inch punch like Bruce Lee, but he needs to make it big so everybody in the arena can see it.
Yeah.
I can get it. I can get behind it. Ugh. It's just like a weird like.
Oh, is he gonna do a promo?
Ooh, Cena promo. You know, the more I look at John Cena with hair, it's not that bad. It doesn't help that he has a dad haircut though.
Mm-hmm. What?
This is a hiatus announcement.
I think this might be retirement announcement.
I don't think it's retirement. No. It feels much more of like, hey, I'm not always gonna be here because I'm doing other stuff, but I'm always gonna come back.
Yeah, that's really cute. I like that a lot. That's like a nice, like, humble moment.
You know, because John Cena...
Hey, he's giving his sweatbands to kids. That's great.
And he's signing hats. He's doing the John Cena thing. Yeah, that is thinning.
Like, as much as we hated John Cena back in the day, and as much as we're jobbing on him tonight, you gotta love the guy.
Why is there an ad in the middle of pay-per-view?
I do not know. Is this an
ad?
Oh,
it's for Australia.
Oh. What is this? Is this the Naomi and Jimmy sex tape?
It's a Snickers commercial.
Oh, okay.
I bet you dollars to donuts.
What?
It's an Australian meat pie commercial.
What the hell?
That's perfect.
Oh no.
Oh man, we're having some technical difficulties.
Will this work?
You got a button.
Let's see.
You got button. Who has the button?
Does this pick up in the same place, please? Please.
Oh God, kill me. Yeah.
It's a little bit before, but whatever.
We can skip a little bit ahead.
But there's no preview.
What do you mean? It only John Cena we're just skip a minute and two ahead. It's not that complicated.
Okay.
You're making mountains out of anthills. What's the hashtag WWE SSD? I didn't know they started making solid state drive.
Ah, damn it! You beat me to the joke.
Well, because I'm a joke master.
Oh no.
Because I am the funny boy.
I guess.
You can admit it. Out of the two of us, I'm funnier. Because my jokes don't my jokes are weird and they come out of nowhere, but they always have a formula, and your jokes just have a formula.
Fair enough.
You can defend yourself more.
I'm too drunk to defend myself.
Well, this is because you have to listen to your jokes all day.
I've got most of a Grape-A-Rita in me right now, so... Also, if this thing is going to keep buffering like this, I'm going to get pissed off.
Well, dude, just let it buffer. Pause it.
What do I do while it's paused?
Give it a second. Relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Shanti.
Breathe until you cannot breathe anymore, and then let it out.
Shanti. Shanti.
Now play it.
Shanti.
And just let it play.
Okay.
Come to Australia, you fucks.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to just take like a 5-minute recess?
Sure, I can get a drink.
Okay.
Pause it.
And he's gone now. And it's buffering. And I think I'm gonna hit. Is that him? Is that the rare and often sought after Chris Gaston?
As back as you here.
I'm doing stuff.
Like jerking off?
No. I got a bowl. I got a bowl of fajitas stuff because we had fajitas for dinner right now tonight, and there's some leftovers, and I just poured it in a bowl and got a fork.
I'm eating brownie pie.
Well, that's not in my diet.
It's pie, but it's a brownie.
Good Lord. All right, let's see if this works now. That's so ridiculous. Oh, I guess there was some kind of contest to get a good seat.
Wiggle your mouse on the video. Check where do you see hold on, what are you doing?
What am I?
Do you see anywhere where you can change the resolution?
Not unless you do.
I have shit covering my screen. Okay, find a different one.
Yeah. Let's try this one. Okay, not that one. Not that one either. Back up. Turn the sound back on. All right, there we go. This one should work. All right, time for the least anticipated match of the night.
For Americans, because these are Australia.
I mean, like, the Iconics are fine. They're good at what they do. They're very attractive women, but, like, I fucking hate what this feud has done to Asuka.
But they're hometown gals.
Mm-hmm. This is a weird, like, face for a night promo.
It's hometown hero love.
Yeah. Okay, so should I just get my rant out of the way?
Go ahead.
Being in the main roster has ruined Asuka. She was amazing in NXT. She had an all right run towards her start, but as soon as WrestleMania happened, she just went downhill. She disappeared for a while, and now she's back as this old school goofy foreigner who's just a weapon that gets pointed at people, and it annoys the crap out of me because that's not her character at all. The thing that makes her character great is she's this badass warrior that you are not ready for. You underestimate her, and then she destroys you And her being a goofy foreigner kind of undermines that whole thing. Like, am I wrong in saying in NXT she perfectly understood English? I feel like this she doesn't get English thing came out of nowhere in this feud, and it annoys the crap out of me. All right, I'm done. Let's see if this match is at least okay.
Like I said, a lot of these guys who just seem to be sitting on their hands seem to just be sitting on their hands because they're waiting for Triple H to take over.
Yeah.
They're not just happy to be there. They're waiting for, like, they know I just gotta wait another year and everything will be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And this is at least fun.
It's nice that her hair just does glow, like a happy coincidence.
I think that might have been why they paired them up for this. I do
Naomi
like it.
is wearing assless chaps.
Huh. I do like it whenever WWE does like goofy dance related stuff, like that dance off between Naomi and Lana, like however long ago that was now. That was really fun.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Oh no, that's a big mistake. You don't shove a black woman.
Why is Naomi wearing assless chaps? I
I
mean,
don't
she's
know.
wearing a bottom part with it, but like it's just
Aren't all chaps assless though?
on a technical sense, yes.
That's great.
She does a wiggle.
That's like a great little. What, you thought that was gonna hurt me? I'm a dancer.
I can do a thing.
And then she reverses it.
She made Billy Kay. Is that Billy Kay? Yeah, it's Billy Kay. She forced Billy Kay into a split.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keep falling back on that. Like, that makes me happy, guys.
Oh my god, they're bad mouthing Asuka and getting afraid of Naomi. It should be the exact opposite way.
Oh, I just noticed the Iconics have the Australian flag on their tights tonight.
Yeah, did you just hear Naomi and Asuka counted to time their thing in Japanese?
Oh yeah, this is really good stuff that's going on right now.
Like, there's a lot of interesting things that's wrapped around a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but the bullshit is frustrating.
Like, here's the thing: if Asuka had been an unsurmountable badass for the past few months, and it's just been great, this moment would just be like, oh, cool, this is just like the little bit of comedy relief to break it up.
But instead she just hasn't been there for whatever reason.
Doesn't help that she's already in her late 30s.
Yeah.
So maybe WWE feels like, maybe we shouldn't invest time in her because she's already on the later half of her career.
Which is fucking ridiculous because Matt fucking Hardy, dude.
Yeah.
He realized his potential in his 40s.
Yeah, but Matt Hardy's always been a WWE guy.
Mm-hmm.
So him realizing the potential in his 40s to WWE just means like, oh, our boy finally like did something really cool. Let's bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
It's less, oh, this is this really interesting talent. Let's bring it for the WWE audience. It's more, hey, WWE alum is doing something interesting. Let's see if they want to come back home.
I guess. But also, like, a lot of us saw that moment as a big message to all wrestling. Like, don't let people fall by the wayside because they can always do cool stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what I would love to do if I were in control of something like WWE? No more writing room. You want to know where your writer's room is?
The locker room?
Yeah. Don't let the wrestler write their own stuff unless they are like they prove to be even keeled and can understand when they like need to do certain things. But like, yeah, have some writers and producers to be like overseers, but have like say like the New Day have an idea for Asuka. Like, hey, this is a thing Asuka could do. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. And the only thing that's stopping them from doing that is people keep going like, oh, well, that's what ECW did, and that's what led to ECW folding, is they ran out of ideas because the wrestlers got to do all their ideas really fast.
No. ECW failed because they were too big to be small and too small to be big.
Mm-hmm.
That's what killed WCW.
Is that what I was... Did I not say WCW?
No, WCW was the one with Hulk Hogan and Sting and all that.
Yeah. Oh,
give
the
them a
Iconics got
home
a
country
hometown
victory.
win.
Hometown win.
Good for them.
Oh, they have a heel promo up and ready for Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We won, and it was amazing. And we're glad it was in our home country because all you guys suck.
Exactly. If they don't do that, I'll be disappointed.
That theme can never be the theme for a face team.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that vocal track, it just sounds so off key. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. I love how they're like trying to stay in character, but they keep going like, "Yes, we did it! Hometown moment." Is this an Evolution promo?
Yeah.
The open bracket in WWE close bracket.
Yeah. Never let them forget that.
The weird
Her husband probably got in trouble though.
I don't know. The weird like Australia factoids in this promo are kind of funny.
Yeah. You know what? If more of these pay-per-views were in like places like Australia, England, places that didn't have like a weird level of human rights violations, I'd be much more into them. Oh man, AJ Styles looks good in purple.
Yeah. I've been really enjoying this feud. Like, Samoa Joe has clearly just been giving his all into it, and AJ's just doing kind of like a classic wrestler thing, but he's doing it very
AJ's
well.
the classic old school kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's old school dude kind of dude.
Mm-hmm. I love that they ended a SmackDown this way. I love that we have no idea what happened once he got in the house. It just ends right when he opens the door.
Well, AJ lives in Georgia, so I would imagine his wife had a shotgun. In storyline, at least.
Also, I love that Samoa Joe both has a shirt that says Joe on it, and he wrote a book. A children's book, no less. Let's see, what are some other jokes I can steal from Endless Jest?
I love how this is simultaneously a brand new aspect to any, like, this is an individual feud that stands alone by itself, AJ and Joe. But if you know the history of AJ and Joe, this feels like an amplitude of their previous feuds because it's very much an aspect of AJ and Joe being like AJ, like they're taking it up a notch. Like AJ's surprised that Joe's going this far.
Yeah.
Like, listen to him. He is like, please don't. Like,
well, there was that comment of like, we used to be friends, dude. We've been at family parties together. My kids know your kids.
Which, you know what? As a multi-layered feud, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people were a little hesitant when they first started doing the family stuff, but it, like, adds a nice wrinkle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would love? If Joe won.
That would be great.
Because it's
I
like...
don't think he's ever gonna win, though, because, like, WWE's got a ton of money on AJ right now, what with him being on the cover of the video game and everything.
Yeah, but, like, imagine if Joe won. Imagine, like, AJ is off injured, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe can just keep on cutting promos of like, I told you, Wendy, your husband's home. Look what I did. I kept my promise.
Mm-hmm.
And he just flaunts a belt. And people try and go up against him, and he just has like a neat little run. And then AJ
he looks
back.
so ready to go right now.
Oh man, this is good. I hope they gave them enough room to do what they want, and that this is a good match because these guys can put on a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Joe. God, Joe is so in control of his body language.
I love how he just stopped when the music hit.
I love how AJ's not doing his little shimmy. He's just ready to kick his ass.
He's got the hood up and everything.
Oh man, they are doing a noon duel. It's high noon, and they are about to go at it.
These entrances alone are amazing.
God. Oh, AJ's getting ready now. He's gonna run. He's gonna run and jump him.
Do it, bro.
Oh no, it's calm. He is at a new level of pissed. You know what? I'm glad this show doesn't have a ramp. I'm glad it's flat because they could do this stuff.
Yeah.
This is really smart booking. That way they can have a little bit of the never mind. I was about they're in their ring already, but I was about to say they could have done a little bit of that like no DQ kind of grudge match stuff in the beginning and still have it be the clean rules match that they have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love Joe's snap punches.
Mm-hmm.
Why is every guy growing his hair out? First John Cena, now Joe.
Maybe it's a style right now. I don't know haircuts. Ooh, into the announce table.
Oh man, so smooth.
Yeah. I like how everyone wasn't already out of the way. You saw what's his name? Yeah.
Corey Graves. Oh God, the guttural screams of Joe as AJ's kicking him. It's like,
Yeah. I think this is the first match where we've actually paid really good attention.
Yeah. Which is not like a shit, like, the rest of the match have been good, but they've been like good typical pay-per-view matches. This right now is like, you know what? This has been takeover level. This has been takeover level so far.
Oh, that's high praise coming from you.
Yeah. Oh God, that bounce.
Oof. Holy crap. Samoa Joe doing a suicide dive.
Suicida. Bad booking can stop Samoa Joe. That doesn't make any context because the podcast won't be able to hear the fact that Renee Young just said nothing can stop Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we're just going to be able to do this as like an actual live reaction with a camera and everything.
Yeah. Looks wistfully off into the distance. One day.
God, AJ, can you please stop sounding like you're being shocked by a taser? Because you're frightening me. You are doing me a fright.
Oh! The working in this match is just incredible. Ooh. Ooh. That kick out was a little weak. Oh.
God. Slingshot into the bottom rope. God.
Joe is being fucking relentless tonight, and I love it.
This is probably the most brutal he could be without going hardcore.
Yeah. Like, this is as bad as it can get before you do, like, take over, tearing off the mat and throwing him into the concrete shit.
God. AJ is so good at looking like a man smaller than he is. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, AJ is an average man, but he is really good at making himself look smaller.
Mm-hmm. And even, like, small wrestlers are fucking huge. Like, have you ever seen pictures of Daniel Bryan in real life?
Nah.
Dude looks like a monster compared to your average guy.
Well, yeah. The only one I would say that doesn't is, like, Rey Mysterio, but that's just because he's, like, 4 foot nothing.
Mm-hmm.
5 foot nothing.
And, like, I told you about when I saw Shinsuke Nakamura at SmackDown, and he was, like, 5 heads taller than me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is slightly unusual for an Asian person, but I'm digging it.
Yeah. Shinsuke looks like a tall, lanky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Shinsuke is the kind of dude that could have been a wrestler or a male model.
Yeah.
Like, one of those two things, and that's it, honestly. Because I can't imagine Shinsuke, like, playing basketball. Oh, he's going for a Style Splash.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, into the turnbuckle.
Was AJ Styles just wearing a thong?
It looked like it.
You know what it is? It's a jockstrap.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he probably started wearing that after Shinsuke started doing nut shots.
Yeah. You know what I would love to see? What? I would love to see Joe bust out a Kaneki, a muscle buster.
Ooh,
I love those. I love that crocodile like twist. When like a person runs in and they just quickly grab them and slam them. Like Randy Orton does them all the time. I love it. Oh shit, AJ's bleeding.
Oh, he is. He's bleeding from his mouth.
And you know that's real blood.
Yeah.
Not like they didn't cut themselves.
Because Joe hit him with his elbow pit. So he probably just cut his inner lip on one of his teeth.
Yeah. But oh man, it's doing so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, are we going full no DQ?
What? Oh, he's getting a chair.
He's phenomenal. God, he did it again. I responded to the audio of the show, and now it makes no sense. Renee Young said he isn't human, so I responded, he's phenomenal.
And I think, who's the dude who's not Corey Graves?
Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah. Michael Cole said, how did he do that? And that's what I thought you were replying to. I love that he sat in the chair.
They're doing so much with just a single chair.
Oh, he's going to hop off that chair.
Oh!
It missed.
No, it hit. It just slid and looked like it missed.
Okay.
What happened, people listening and didn't watch the show, is AJ Styles set it up so he could jump off the chair and do a phenomenal forearm. Then Samoa Joe did a Uranagi, a sit the fuck down, onto the metal chair. Basically grabbing him by his...
Joe's going under the mat.
Oh, he's... Oh!
Okay, Joe's going through a table tonight.
You know what, though? Joe and AJ are savvy enough guys that they know people have figured out that whoever sets up the table goes through it. They may trust each other enough to let the person set it up, put the other person through the table.
Huh.
I don't know. I think they're good enough to do that. Oh God, that blood just adds so much.
Do refs always wear white gloves? Because I just noticed that this one was.
They do when they bleed, when wrestlers bleed.
Okay.
They wear white on the main roster, black on NXT, because black looks cooler on NXT.
So what, did he just pull those out of his pocket or something?
Yeah, they always have a pair. No?
Oh,
I guess they're going with the cliche.
Oh! But AJ also took a lot of that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good cinematography, camera dude. Joe is clutching his knee, and the angle they were at has AJ sit up and take notice. And it's like, oh man, that's good foreshadowing. Like they're gonna replay. Oh no, they didn't replay that part.
Oh shit.
God, the calmness is just pushing the ref away. You know what's a finisher Samoa Joe has that doesn't involve his knee and the impact? It's a thing called a muscle buster. Ooh.
Oh shit.
I wonder what exactly he said. I imagine it is there are consequences to messing with my family, you fuck, or something like that.
It looked like motherfucker to me.
Oh, and Joe learned his lesson. He's not putting him on going on his back. He's doing it sideways.
I don't think it was intentional, but that's a nice bit of interplay with the table pieces there.
Yeah. I love how this is a weird thing, but AJ's gloves always make him look a little bit like an alien because it makes him look like he only has like two to three fingers. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a weird, goofy thing, but I like it.
Oh! I love this one guy just calmly sitting here.
Oh, I love the one Australian dude in the background just going like, oh my God!
Ooh, leapfrog!
No, phenomenal forearm.
Yeah, I know what the move's called. He's saying he leapfrogged into it. Ooh. They've done a real good job of keeping us on the edge of our seats, wondering who's gonna win tonight.
This has been very back and forth, and it's good.
This is just good storytelling in the ring.
Skokina clutch into a suplex. Oh my God, that's so clever. Because he basically just did a suplex by pulling his head.
Yeah.
God, that's such a cool idea. But that just shows how much they trust each other in real life. That AJ trusted that Samoa Joe could pull him by the head and not hurt him. God. Oh my God, he's doing it! He's doing it!
Oh.
No!
What? Dude.
Just reach back, grab his head, bang, bang, bang! Come on, bang, bang, bang!
The rope isn't gonna save you, Joe.
Oh
man!
I mean, yeah, AJ Styles, but like, oh man, Joe is champion.
I don't know. That was a great match, but that ending kind of
I don't. It's AJ Styles' signature finish submission, and that's what Samoa Joe's been fucking him over with is his signature submission. So it kind of makes sense poetically.
Yeah.
And plus, it was like finisher, and like they were just going back and forth with all their finishers.
Yeah, and this is like the moment they've been building to for so long of like AJ's been playing nice guy, constantly getting like screwed over by Joe doing all these heinous things, and now he's getting his revenge.
Good match though. Like bomb diggity match.
Is this a network promo?
No, it's for SmackDown episode 1000.
Oh, cool. That's in 2 weeks, right?
Well, we'll find out by the end of this promo.
Also, I'm scrolling through my Twitter timeline right now, and Stone Cold literally just tweeted 20 minutes ago, I love professional wrestling. No context, but like, yeah.
Feels.
So they moved 205 to Wednesday nights, but are they still recording it after
No idea.
SmackDown?
Oh, this match. Ruby Riott and the Riot Squad versus Ronda Rousey and the reality TV stars.
AKA two sets of people who could be great, but they're just kind of being whatever right now.
I kind of like how, Liv Morgan has pink hair. That is really up my alley.
I mean, pink hair is like top 5 hair colors for me too, so.
Yeah. But I love how like they're all different weird versions of like rocker goth. Because Ruby Riott's like certain way, and then Liv Morgan is kind of preppy, sporty, and the other one is I can't remember her name. What is it? But the other one's Viking.
Bellas.
One of those Bellas is at least manageable because she's married to Daniel Bryan.
That's a really horrible thing to say about a woman, but yeah.
Because her character benefits from being with Daniel Bryan because it makes her more humble and it makes her seem more genuine. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
I feel so scummy saying this about someone, but she works great as Daniel Bryan's wife. On her own, she's really bad. Thank God they didn't put Ronda in a ton of like face paint and weird hairdos tonight.
I think that's partially her because she could never get away with that in UFC and she just wanted to. But see, just because, like, what I mean when I say Brie Bella improves because she's married to Daniel Bryan, it's weird little things like the fact that she comes in plaid. It makes her outfit look better because it has more variation in it.
Yeah.
It's more of like Daniel Bryan's general personality and presence has impacted her personality and presence in a better way.
Yeah.
It's not, she's palatable because she's kind of related to Daniel Bryan. It's more Daniel Bryan just has a good influence on her, and I like who she is, and part of that is because Daniel Bryan was there. Yeah.
But she's still been botching like crazy recently, though.
Yeah, I'm not excusing that. Daniel Bryan defended her, and I was like, you know what? I agree with you, Bryan, but I'd rather her try harder.
Also, did you hear that Nikki is apparently still dating John Cena?
I saw something about that, and it's like,
The whole thing was a work.
We will not know until 10 years from now. All right, I see how this is going to go. The Riot Squad is going to run through both Bellas until finally they get a hot tag with Ronda, and then they win.
Yeah.
That was well executed. That was a well executed move. Bella twin, that's not Brie. I can't remember her name. Nikki. I knew it started with an N.
And I probably only know that because I sat through a whole season of Total Bellas.
My sister loves Total Bellas, and every time she watches it, I hold myself back from basically saying, that makes you a wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
That's all wrestling kayfabe. That's not real. That's all wrestling.
Basically, Total Bellas was only tolerable for the brief moments of Daniel Bryan you'd get each episode. And that was Daniel Bryan back when he was in his I don't give a fuck phase because he was booted out of wrestling, basically.
Now Daniel Bryan gives a modicum of a fuck.
And I tried watching the first episode of the new season of Total Divas. I actually didn't get through the whole thing. I hated it so much.
Yeah, because it turns people that are genuinely likable into reality TV personalities, and it's like, I don't like this. The only WWE reality show that's kind of tolerable is Ms. and Mrs.
Yeah, I actually really genuinely like Ms. and Mrs., but like
because it's also kind of structured like a wink and nod prank show.
Yeah,
like it's like the Miz acts and reacts in it like he's in a sitcom, which is fun.
Definitely. And my big problem with Total Bellas, that first episode at least, basically was like there was this whole through line where Paige was going like, oh, I'm getting into all this like different forms of spirituality and stuff, and we're in New Orleans, so I'm consulting this voodoo shaman. And like Naomi was constantly going like, I don't know about that. I'm not about spirituality unless it's Jesus. And I was like, this is just a caricature of a black woman, and it's kind of pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, I have no doubt that Naomi is probably a Christian, but I don't think she's that kind of a Christian.
Yeah. But Paige does seem like a kind of person who goes like, hey guys, I found this book full of Latin. Let's read it.
Yeah.
That was a nice, like, springed suplex. I think the Bellas actually took note and went like, yeah, we need to do a little bit more training. They look good.
They might have like saved up all their A-game chips for this match.
Like, this is still not a match I'm super excited for, but at least it's well put together so far.
Yeah. Like, going into this, I was half thinking this might be my take a piss match, but it's been okay.
I love how, like, 2 weeks after her debut, they changed Sarah Logan's character to, oh, she's just kind of a hillbilly, into, she's a Viking warrior.
Yes.
She is not a juvenile delinquent. She is the popular girl in school who thinks she's bad because she's smoking pot.
Yeah.
That's her character. Come on.
Liv Morgan is kind of, or what's her name?
Liv Morgan's the pink hair right now.
Okay. Yeah, Liv Morgan is basically my sister.
Yeah, but at least she's tolerable.
Yeah.
But ching. That was a flash. Mm-hmm. That was a flash.
There's a cameraman down there taking promotional shots. Whoever's on commentary right now, can you fucking hold off on the Shield until they're out here?
But how will you know that the Shield will be coming on later?
Because I've seen the card. Because I watch Raw. Because I'm a fucking wrestling fan.
You watch WWE, you're not that big of a wrestling fan.
I'm a WWE fan, fine.
I'm joking, but...
Hey, I watched All In.
Yeah. NXT's good. I need to show you some clips of Fest. It's like a local indie promotion. It's like only about 40 minutes away.
Neat.
But they're like super punk rock. It's great.
And I want to get into New Japan. It's just whenever I see a New Japan thing, I'm like, I don't have the time though.
Because it's like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a regular TV broadcast. They do it like actual sports where they have a match and they just record it. They don't have a TV show.
She did not get knocked off. She clearly jumped off and was trying to work it like a knockoff. Also, I think the part just ended.
Yep. But that was a smooth kick by Nikki Bella.
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually took a lot of that, oh man, they feel really rusty to heart and actually went and trained some.
Yeah. Ah, what the fuck?
Oh.
That is a no. I didn't want this. Get it away. How do I get out of here?
I don't know.
Stop that.
Go backwards.
There's no back key on this thing, man.
Dude, go to the little lines to the right. What are you doing?
This link takes forever.
Yeah, because it's spam.
I'm trying to... The whole thing has just crashed. Not crashed. It's fucked up.
Yeah, click the lines to the right.
I'm trying. It won't let me.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, it's not doing... There we fucking go. Jesus. That's staying in. Boy, wasn't it a great idea to do this at fucking 1 a.m? All right. Please do not take me back to the same thing. Fine. Will this work? Okay. Where do I full screen? Give me the full screen.
Patience.
Rabbit has been being like a real sod tonight.
Well, I think you're also just using a weird version of the website.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah, you're using a different one than I used. That's why it looks different.
Huh. I don't know. Picture of Rich Evans on the screen, that's staying in.
That was neat. Clothesline into a somersault.
Mm-hmm.
She can flip people over.
Judo throws are her speciality.
Yep.
Aside from the armbar.
I love how they actually care about each other.
Mm-hmm. The Riot Squad strike me as like a faction that is pretty fun and has a lot of potential, but just doesn't get the screen time they need to realize that potential.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a great face.
Oh my god.
Oh, double armbar? That was a great finish.
That's clever. That's cool.
And that's a first for Ronda, at least in WWE.
Well, yeah, it's not like you can go 2-on-1 in UFC.
Yeah. That was a very okay match.
Yeah, the Bellas improved immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were really good, like, comparatively. You know what I'm very tempted to say?
What?
Let's do a podcast on this, the Marine 6.
A 0.5 on this? Hell yeah, bro. I haven't seen any other Marine movies, but I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I've seen clips from the Marine. Like, I know there's a Marine movie where they're like being chased through a stadium and it's in the middle of a WWE event, so they have a bunch of other wrestlers cameo, like Rusev cameos as himself.
I just would love if he just pointed at the character in the Miz is playing and just goes like, "You look familiar."
Yeah. Guys, I already want to go to Australia at some point. You don't have to sell me on it.
Yeah.
I want to be a Globetrot boy at some point in my life.
I don't think he can play baseball. Get it, Globetrotter?
Yeah. Also, like, I don't think we've said anything about it yet, but I really like the theme they chose for this. It works great for a pay-per-view. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're doing the Cruiserweight Championship in the pay-per-view tonight. It's not a pre-show.
Yeah, holy crap. This is, like, big for the Cruiserweights.
Yeah, this is great.
Because here's the thing. They haven't had a chance to, like, really impress people because they've been on pre-shows. They haven't been on Raw. They haven't been in front of big audiences. But this, I kind of hope this kicks them up a notch.
Mm-hmm. And I low-key love the Cruiserweights. Like, 205 is always a really fun show. It's never an amazing show, but it's always a fun show.
Oh, yeah, they got another hometown guy.
Yeah, and that's probably why this is part of the actual pay-per-view and not in the pre-show.
You know he's married to Alexa Bliss? Or dating Alexa Bliss? Yeah, Buddy Murphy's dating Alexa Bliss, or is married to her.
Cool. Good for him.
He has the Australian flag as a cape.
It's not even a cape. It's like a, what do you call those, coattails?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. All the hometown people they have tonight are heels.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're treating them like faces.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Let them be hometown heroes. Oh, they're really letting him go full on face.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
they let him be kind of a badass.
That's been a storyline on 205 lately. He had his big chance, and what's his name? The general manager was like, "All right, you're done now. I'm gonna let somebody else have a shot at the title," and he had to like prove himself again.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was great. Not to bag on the Raw announce team, but I do wish this was the 205 announce team right now.
Yeah. I think the worst thing about the Raw team is just Michael Cole's kind of generic.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, for a play-by-play guy, it's fine. Cole and Renee bring enough personality. Mm-hmm. At least it's better than having Coachman.
Cedric is almost overworking right now.
He's got to make the hometown boy look good.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Totally natural clap up.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Why does he have a pocket in his tights?
So he can, I don't know, keep like bandages and shit for if he gets cut.
It's not even a real pocket. It's just painted on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dang.
God, you can see the floor buckle under them.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Cole, doing the ad.
Oh, is that an Aussie, oi, oi, oi?
Yeah, they did it the same thing with the Iconics.
Okay.
Yeah, Aussie talent. They're going like Aussie.
I hadn't caught that with the Iconics, but that's great that they got one of those chances to naturally happen. Because I know it's been in all the promos for this pay-per-view.
Kicks ass. Oh no, his ass was like exposed. He could have kicked it. Oh, dude, take a selfie.
Aussie.
I love how he's taken aback at them chanting him.
Yeah. Little taps. Just little taps.
Little rib taps. Making sure they're done. Ooh, that was a nice super kick. That's some Looney Tunes ass stuff, man.
Yeah.
Holding the tights and it stretching out, holding them in place.
Whoa! That was a great reversal.
Yeah, man. Oh man, they got that pop.
Mm-hmm.
3 different finishers on Buddy Murphy. And he kicked that home.
What's up they did on Alexander's face?
It's like, this man, he is, at that point in time, he is thinking, does being in Australia give Australians superpowers?
Yeah.
They have gone full face turn on him right now. Oh, that was a great kick.
Yeah. Oh,
we got a hometown victory and a brand new cruiserweight champion. Holy crap.
Dang. That's great. That's genuinely great. They earned that.
Yeah.
That's got to mean a hell of a lot of him. A hell of a lot to him, I mean.
Now, just actually treat the cruiserweights like main roster talent and we'll be golden.
Yeah.
That belt should be right above the Intercontinental and US title in terms of importance.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because it's its own individualized division.
The problem is it's on the network, so it's such a tricky thing to...
Yeah, just put a couple matches on Raw. They are struggling to make content for Raw. Just imagine how much money they make off a Lucha House Party if they were they were on the main roster.
Yeah.
They'd be a Lucha version of the New Day.
Exactly.
Like they could just imagine how New Day has new costumes every couple months. Imagine that for Lucha Mask and sell Lucha Masks and just have a variety,
oh my god,
so much things you can do.
Also, I'm loving this right now. This really makes me, this is doing its job. This makes me want to watch the next episode of 205 right now.
Oh yeah. And plus it just feels like a bad guy was doing bad things so he could accomplish the thing he wanted, and now he's just he goes oh yeah, I'm a good guy. You know, what's the best way to put it? It was a good man doing bad things to accomplish his goals, but now that he's accomplished his goal, he doesn't need to do bad things anymore. Paige is dating a rock star right now, though.
Yeah, that's a real stupid work. Have you tried watching this show at all? It looks really bad to me.
It's actually pretty good because it's mostly them telling stories from their wrestling career with just animations on top.
Okay.
It's not stories they're making up, they're stories from their past, and they just animated what happened in a funny way, so you can kind of get the better feel.
All right, I might give it a shot then, because this ad just made it look really bad. But from the way you're describing it, it sounds like it's a YouTube animation of a stand-up bit.
Yeah, but it's also okay. Instead of being a serious version like the picture one is, the I can't remember what it's called.
Photo shoot?
Yeah, photo shoot. Instead of being serious like photo shoot, it's hey, tell us a story from your past that's kind of funny. And they go like, all right, I got a story. And they just tell the story and they just animate over it.
Also, like Braun and his minions are here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've this storyline has had some real stupid moments in it, but overall I've liked it. It's better than anything that's happened with Roman in however long it's been.
Yeah. They're called the War Dogs. Why didn't JoJo announce them as the War Dogs?
Because it's a weird, unofficial thing. It's like they're calling themselves that, but they're not officially recognized as that, which is stupid.
You know what? I can kind of understand not officially recognizing that, because then it feels like they're organized, and right now that's just like, we're allies.
Mm-hmm.
Which Dog of War is also like another name for like a mercenary, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits. Dolph Ziggler looks like the little brother they had to carry along with them.
Yeah. He looks like he's having too much fun right now. This theme song is like 1,000 times better when you put the Shield shit before it.
Yeah, it's also faster paced.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is the version I actually listened to. Oh my god, did they put a muzzle on Dean Ambrose?
I can't tell, because there are too many people in front and I couldn't see. Oh no, they all that's Seth Rollins.
No, they're all wearing muzzles. They're walking out separately and they're all wearing muzzles. That's awesome.
Maybe it's just symbolic that that right now they're all action, they're not talk. It's a good look.
Yeah. So do you think Dean's gonna turn tonight?
I think we're gonna get the first major inkling. Like, we've had hints and we've had like maybes, but now it's like, no, this is the path we're going on, and this is the first step. I don't think we're gonna get a full betrayal.
This idiot taking a selfie right next to them.
I love how they always reference the fact that they're married, but never actually say they're married.
Yeah. Because there's been several moments where they easily could have had Renee run out from the announce table and like go up to Dean and be like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" But I feel like they're holding that in their back pocket for like a really big moment.
Yeah.
This is really badass.
Oh man, they really lined that up really good.
Yeah. I like how Seth runs to help Dean before either of them run to help Roman. That's a nice little touch. Because
Roman's the Universal Champion. They know Roman can handle himself a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And also Dean's the one that like they're worried of him leaving right now because they're not paying enough attention to him.
Yeah.
Dean's just tearing apart the announce table.
You know what would be a better name for that move than a shield bomb? The Bite of Cerberus.
Yes. You know, have I ever told you that like one of the things I've always wanted to see in wrestling is like a commentator become a wrestler when like a table gets destroyed and they just go like, you know what, I fucking had it with you guys constantly destroying our tables. This is bullshit. And then just kicks the crap out of the wrestler that put a guy through the table.
Well, Michael Cole became a wrestler, but that was all a joke.
Mm-hmm.
King was a wrestler and still does wrestle. Like, he has his own promotion still.
Yeah.
Where is it? I can't remember.
But I've just always been like, that would be a really cool moment to happen. And I bet nobody's ever done it before.
Oh, man. I love Ziggler's DDTs. They look so big and impressive. Because he swings his legs like a madman. Have I ever told you my idea for a wrestler in a wrestling storyline?
You've told me a idea for a wrestler, but I don't know if you've told me the idea for a wrestler that you have.
Oh, basically it starts with a manager who's kind of like, all you are my playthings and I'm just playing around and I don't care if you get hurt because you're just toys to me. Kind of like, almost like a god who does not care for mortal man. But because of all that, he decides to make a wrestler out of a fan in the crowd one day, and he basically just tells him, all right, just copy all the moves that you watched when you were a kid as watching wrestling. So all of his moves are just stolen from other wrestlers. So he does the Stone Cold Stunners, he does rock bottoms, he does choke slams and all that kind of stuff. and it's like very obvious where he's copying moves from.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate storyline is he starts to realize he's being used, and over the course of time he starts making up his own moves, and the manager dude goes like, no, this is use what works kind of thing, until eventually he beats the manager up using his own moveset, and it's like a feel good face turn moment.
Oh, that could be cool.
Basically turn Frankenstein into a wrestling storyline.
Yeah.
I honestly think you could turn a lot of classic fiction into wrestling storylines and they'd be super compelling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine Dracula as a wrestling story. A bunch of new guys into the roster are invited to join the stable of an old mysterious veteran, and over the course of time they realize how dangerous and evil he is, and then they have to put him down.
Yeah.
Or Moby Dick, you focus on a young wrestler joining a roster led by this old veteran, and he's just chasing after this other old veteran, and it's like very self-destructive, and you just catalog it.
Yeah.
He looks extremely out of place, and that's kind of on purpose because every one of them is wearing dark clothing except he's wearing bright silver pants.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is the goofball in this seriousness fest. Oh, man. So WWE tweeted out a poll, what was your favorite match from Super Showdown? And it was like Undertaker versus Triple H, Cena and what's his name versus those guys, and blah, 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 all the big ones.
Yeah.
Everybody replied, Buddy versus Cedric.
Perfect. Yes. Right. I keep forgetting how much I know of some of the things that are on the card. Like we still have Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Oh yeah, that's still going on, isn't it?
Yeah. But at least now I can actually do something interesting other than being advertisement for Miz and Mrs.
Ziggler literally just does the same shit every time he's in a match with Seth.
Yeah.
Like, I desperately want to like Ziggler. He's so...
He needs someone else to wrestle.
Uh-huh. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head when he came out. He's just the doofy younger brother who came along because mom said he had to.
You know what he should be? He should be the Bugs Bunny to everyone's Daffy Duck. The wisecracking guy. Honestly, I think Ziggler would be better face.
Yeah.
Where...
Oh my god, is Nicholas in that crowd?
What?
I said, is Nicholas in the crowd? Because he looked out to the crowd for a second like he was going to go out there.
Oh god. Oh my god.
That's... Braun, that looks legit dangerous.
Do a 450. Do 450. No, he's...
Oh.
Braun trying to go off the top rope. It's like trying to watch an elephant learn to fly.
Yeah. Dean, you're not stuck in molasses.
No, he's just hurt real bad. Imagine if they actually acknowledged Renee and Dean's relationship, and whenever Renee had to refer to Dean, she just went, "My honey doesn't look that good right now."
That'd be great.
Dear, do you need a lemonade? No, I got it. And
I do see that being like a storyline at some point of like her like pulling out like pet names she has for him on commentary and him being like, stop doing that. It's embarrassing.
No, you know what you could do a storyline with Dean and Renee? Have Dean get really injured, like a fake injury, not a real one. Don't ever write storylines with real injuries unless you're coming back. But like have Dean be fake injured and Renee just be very, very upset, and like she leaves the desk to look at him to see what's wrong. Okay. Yeah. And then Dean comes back and Renee just really goes out of her way to make it so Dean can't wrestle again. Not so much that she gets him like Daniel Bryan, but like she basically tries to impede his wrestling career. And it's not so much a storyline of like trying to overcome a heel. It's Dean and Renee having to overcome a bump in their relationship that's affecting Dean negatively as a wrestler.
That could be good.
Like, a heel is beating up Dean real bad, and so Renee gets off the commentary table and pulls him off and gets in between them like a loving wife.
Yeah.
Less, I don't think you can do it, Dean, but more, I don't want to see you hurt Dean.
Yeah.
And Dean's like understanding, but he's trying to explain to her his mentality, but Dean's no good with words.
Yeah.
And eventually, it can culminate in a friendly match with a person he's really good friends with at the time. If he still faced Seth Rollins, he has a friendly match with Seth Rollins, and he basically says, "Renee, don't come out, don't do anything, just look at my face the entire time." And over the course of the match, on commentary, Renee starts realizing how much he loves this. And how much, no matter how much in pain he is, that he feels the pain's worth it. And she comes to that character arc. And by the end of the match, he comes into the ring and raises his hand.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be real good.
See, this is why I want to have my own wrestling show, because I come up with all these ideas and I just want to do them. Come on, cock your arm.
Oh, is he gonna do the dumb yell thing?
No matter how dumb you think it is, people always do it with him, so it can't be that dumb.
He cocked his arm. Superman punch incoming.
Yeah.
Ooh, or not?
Oh!
Maybe we are getting a heel turn tonight. Holy shit. Threw a dude into another dude. I just want to know where Dean is right now.
He's on the ground. He got punched by the Superman punch. That means he dead.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Dean's actually thinking about it or trying to figure out.
Yeah!
Ah! Yeah, hinting. Like I said, I figure they're hinting at it more.
That was great. That was a genuine edge of my seat moment.
Yeah, man. See, they use Cerberus imagery all the time when they do the triple power bomb. Just call it the bite of Cerberus.
Oh!
Braun Strowman's playing bowling, I guess.
Yeah.
And his nipples are out. His pointy nipples. Oh, he's doing the train.
Oof. Now, somebody in the crowd told Braun to give him those hands.
I love how Braun is kind of the brains of this operation.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dynamic.
Oh!
Oh, I love how Dean knew that was coming, too, so he played Patsy. Ah, man. It gives Roman shit, but his spear always looks amazing. You know what? If the Shield uses Cerberus imagery, think about it like this. What if Braun Strowman used Minotaur imagery as a monster, and he's rampaging and he just shuffled his feet like a bull about to charge? It'd make sense with Braun Strowman.
Hey, Shield wins. And it's
the Shield is Cerberus. Yeah, Shield wins. Great. Shield is Cerberus. Braun Strowman's a Minotaur. Dolph Ziggler is Icarus. What would McIntyre be then? Greek myth. It's fun.
Yeah. Also, I was just thinking, because you commented on how Braun is kind of the brains of the operation. Braun is lawful evil, Drew is neutral evil, and Dolph is chaotic evil.
I wouldn't even say Braun is evil. I think he's neutral. Because evil does things, I don't know. I gotta read more.
Well, I mean within the context of this feud.
Yeah, in the context of the feud, they're evil. I mean, and it lines up with the Shield. Dean is chaotic, Seth is lawful, and Roman is neutral. Oh man, look at that face.
That smile on Seth.
Appreciating his brother.
See, Roman works so great as a leader, but on his own, he's so nothing.
I don't think I think they're all leaders in different ways in the Shield.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's not even a leader to the Shield. It's a support system.
Yeah, Seth is the planner. Dean is the just base id, just go wild. So he's the spontaneity, the feeling of improv, the feeling of the spot. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I like Corey Graves' suit.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just noticed, I've always thought Michael Cole looked a bit like someone to me, but I could never place it. I just realized it's Bob Saget. Michael Cole looks like Bob Saget.
I can see that.
And I realized it because I was watching the Bob Saget episode of Hot Ones earlier today. All right, time for the feud that just keeps going.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better if they didn't have that reality TV show thing in it.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So what championship do you think Daniel's going to go for?
I don't know. You know what I would like to see?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see The Miz win this.
Really?
Okay. Yes. Because you want to know what I want to see? I want to see the final, the temporary culmination, the true end grudge match version of this at WrestleMania. And basically, Miz wins, gets the opportunity, but at every chance he tries to use it, Daniel Bryan just goes like, nope, screw you.
Mm-hmm.
And he parlays a lot of his, for lack of a better way of describing it, political power to basically make it so Miz can never actually use his opportunity because AJ or Roman are always fighting other people.
Huh.
So Miz never has the opportunity to fight them.
That could be interesting.
Basically put the Miz down at his own game and then just be better than him. I don't know. That could be a thing. Of course, some people might not like Daniel Bryan being kind of a dick like that, but...
Well, you can make it like a lovable dick type of thing.
God, he looks like a Naruto cosplayer.
I know, and that's why I love him.
It just makes me hate The Miz all the more.
Mm-hmm.
I love how one day the New Day just made a joke at him being Miz Kage. And then he just went with it and started practicing Miz Jitsu.
Yes. What is AJ doing? What's the point of this? What's going on?
He's watching the match to see who he's going to be going up against later.
Oh.
Because that's who they go up against. They're on SmackDown.
So desu ka. Screw you, Miz. You don't get a promo. Yes.
He wears Seahawk colors. We get it. You're from Seattle. Also, it's technically the same colors as the Sea Wolves, the rugby team from there. So I'd rather believe it's them because I like rugby more than football. Actually, I don't like football at all. So I love how Daniel Bryan changed his aesthetic from red to blue.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if coming back
on him.
Almost as if coming back made him calmer.
Yeah.
Oh. We ended.
Give me the...
Click that X button. Click that 4 because 4. Okay, I know they actually do something, but what the hell does that tape that all these wrestlers wear does?
I imagine it's like some kind of support, or maybe it's like a mini icy hot patch for an area on your body that is more easily fucked up.
I don't know. I'll look that up. That's a thing I'm gonna Google. Oh, you don't get to do the yes, Miz. You know what? Here's the best way to describe this rivalry. Daniel Bryan is the kind of guy who's vegan because he wants to be vegan and he doesn't brag about it. The Miz is the kind of guy who's vegan and every moment he can talk about it, he will.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between them. I really love the yes kicks. I'm always weirded out by how Daniel Bryan basically does a little prayer before he does each kick.
That's true. I never noticed that.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He never really misses the last kick. Only the Miz misses the last kick.
You gotta go faster.
You gotta go faster! Oh, Michael Cole, do you listen to yourself?
And Corey Graves goes, I try not to.
Yeah, man. Daniel Bryan won on a roll-up. Holy shit. And they held off the match so they could do it later.
That was a fun, quick little match. Kudos.
A fun quick little match. They did what they needed to do to further the feud. They reignited it after the dull bit of...
And now Daniel's going to face
Daniel
AJ
Bryan
at Crown
now
Jewel.
can start up a feud with AJ Styles for Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
That's really... You know what? I'll give you this, WWE. That was clever.
And AJ looks like he's digging it.
Yeah, maybe this guy won't fuck over my family.
Yeah. Now imagine Miz and Joe teaming up just to screw both of them over and like they crash the match.
I would just imagine Joe would hate The Miz just as much as Daniel Bryan does.
True. Michael Cole just looks like the bemused dad dealing with his two rambunctious kids who disagree on a topic.
That's kind of their whole dynamic.
That was quick.
It's almost as if these are predetermined.
Yeah.
And they can pre-make these assets weeks ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, what a thought.
Yeah. Aww. Really? We gotta throw Brock back in this again?
Yeah.
Like he got his little revenge on Braun for what happened with the case at Hell in a Cell. Now just leave it the fuck alone.
Why are they doing a rematch? That was the rematch that they had tonight.
This is weird. This is some weird booking.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It's a DQ finish. It's just we've seen it twice in a row now.
On WWE.
All women's pay-per-view event in WWE. What?
Yeah. Oh, is that next?
Maybe. And the mayor of Knox County.
Yep.
So weird.
And a farmer. Just a random farmer. They let him on into the ring. This was a cool little lead-in. Oof. The mayor of Knoxville.
Again, we can't keep doing this. Undertaker was saying that the person who is in his corner is Kane, also known as the mayor of Knoxville County. Mayor of Knox County.
This moment was such a great little lead-in moment.
And Shawn Michaels took a bump.
Mm-hmm. Not something you'd ever thought you see again, huh?
Oh man, that was a nice little bit of editing.
Yeah.
Where they cut, we're in the middle of the most recent Tombstone. They cut back to the one that put Triple H down in their second match. All
right, Shawn's out first.
The longer and longer Shawn Michaels it just does stuff for the company, the more and more this song is just kind of weird because he's now at the point where he's basically a grandpa coming out to a song that's for a stripper.
And that's what I think. See, that's what makes him great to me is like he's so goofy, just riding off of his youth and enjoying it as much as he can.
See, here's the thing. Part of me thinks there's a level of creep in there. Like Matthew, who's the actor who goes, all right?
Matthew
McConaughey. And Dazed and Confused.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting older. They stay the same age. I think there's a level of that, like, creepiness to it that I'm glad they don't play into.
Yeah. I was wondering if they were going to use this or the song they've been using for him on Raw the last few weeks.
They used the game during pay-per-views, I think.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
Rest in peace, Lemmy. You don't know music, so you don't know who Lemmy is, do you?
I'm assuming he's like a member of the band that sung this, Motorhead.
Yeah, he was the bass player and the singer.
And
he was really good friends with Triple H.
Okay.
That's why they agreed to do his theme song.
All right.
And he passed away recently. And he was like a legend. He was a rock god. So it's still kind of bittersweet because, no more Lemmy.
I see.
He also had the wartiest face of anybody I've ever seen.
I love the toss he gave to the water bottle there. That was great. Man, Triple H he always looks like $1 million.
It's almost as if he has control of how he looks in the company.
Yeah.
I'm not bagging on him for that. I'm just more find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he still has the NXT patch on his jacket.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, considering that a good number of those years, neither of them were really wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
having not wrestled each other one-on-one in 16 years, ain't that surprising of a statistic?
Yeah.
Oh God, kill me now.
Here we go. Another instance of possibly the last time we'll see an Undertaker entrance.
Yeah.
But of course, Kane's got to go first.
Yeah, you gotta get the background characters out first, so you can get the impressive stuff second. Because how deflating would it be of like, oh, the Undertaker's next. Oh wait, Kane also has to do his entrance.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I'm just waiting for someone at the announce table to mention that he's a mayor now.
Kane's not a mayor. Glenn Jacobs is a mayor. Kane's not a mayor.
Sure.
No, like even he's made that joke because he had to make a more official mayoral Twitter account. So it's under Glenn Jacobs.
Has he had a Twitter feud with himself yet?
No. When he made that account, he under his Kane account tweeted, "Don't know who this guy is, but he seems really good. He seems like a really cool guy." That bong dong.
Goosebumps every time.
There's only probably one sound in wrestling that's more iconic, and that's the glass shatter. Now I know why it feels like there's so much time left. He has to take 30 minutes to walk down to the ring. Oh my God, is Undertaker in Smash Brothers? Because the panels looked like the Smash logo.
Yeah.
There was a moon on the panels, and it was broken up like a Smash logo. Oh, he's actually taking a pretty substantial pace with his walking.
Ooh, that name effect was pretty good.
You know what? I wish more wrestlers got those. There's a good number that do, but the specialized nameplate, I think it really adds to their presentation.
Yeah.
Like Elias has one, and it's really cool. Matt Hardy had one, and that was really cool. Yes, bow down to the Undertaker.
Oh, this is so good. I love the way they're standing off. They're just fucking ready for each other.
I'm holding you to that word, WE, that this is the last time. I don't want to see a Rocks 2 situation where everybody shits on you for that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they learned that lesson.
Jesus.
You know, the Undertaker's wife is from my hometown.
I did not.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so every once in a while, Undertaker used to pop up. I don't know if he does it much anymore.
Man.
He did the eye thing!
Just fucking think. Neither of us will ever get to experience Undertaker in the ring.
Well, we're experiencing it now.
Well, I mean live and in person.
Yeah. I think Undertaker has a good couple matches left in him.
Yeah, but
he feels like so the legend passing on the legend to the next legends, you know?
Yeah. Oh shit. That's a nice little surprise. Now let's see them actually get no DQ.
I love how she has to go through all of his titles. You know what this means? We're gonna get a sledgehammer that is no DQ now.
Yeah. I just realized Undertaker has like Reed Richards graying going on right now.
Well, he's actually all gray. He dyed his hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's actually looking real good. Last time I fought you, I had hair.
Oh shit, this is awesome, champ.
Oh, Triple H is goading him.
This is some Triple H ass Triple H with him being a cocky bastard.
That feels so long ago, but that was 2012.
Oh.
It feels like it happened more in the mid 2000s. Triple H's and Undertaker's 2 matches.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because Shawn Michaels' second match with Undertaker was in 2010. So Triple H's first was 2011. His second was 2012. 13, he would have fought CM Punk. 14, I don't know who he went against 14 at 2014. At 15, I don't know.
Where was Daniel Bryan?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Undertaker walking on the ropes.
Yeah, that's old school Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oof. Triple H, don't hurt my cowboy boyfriend. I love how they didn't fix the barricade after the Shield match. They just put caution tape.
Caution tape on it. That's great.
It's perfect.
I love how we both saw that and reacted at the same time.
Yeah.
Sean setting up a table.
Sean acting like a hoppy little rabbit.
This is almost like comedic.
Oh. They just had a near fall, but no one counted because they knew it was nowhere near the end of the match.
Yeah. Oof.
To the windows, to the wall. A sweat drip down my balls. Michael Cole is just naming a lot of places. It just reminded me of that song.
He threw a chair up and it landed back on him. They love throwing people into that corner tonight.
Oof. He almost landed on a plastic chair.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I think. You know how some wrestlers, when they wear a singlet, they like take off the shoulder straps, and when they're starting to get like more into the match.
Yeah.
I would love to see that happen in a wrestling match, just so I can see that happen and yell out, "Take off your clothes!" Undertaker trying to choke Triple H. God, man.
This is all kinds of chaotic. Is that a George Lucas cosplayer?
Yes, because every old man with gray hair and a beard.
And a flannel shirt.
Yeah. He could have been Clint McElroy.
Okay.
You don't know who Clint is.
I don't. Are they even headed towards the ring right now? What is going on?
Nope, doesn't look like they're anywhere near the ring.
Yeah, Renee, dragging Triple H's carcass, if by that you mean they're walking hand in hand.
Yeah, but it could also be like a reference to the end of an era match where they did walk up the ramp together like that.
Oh, what's Undertaker going for?
Shawn Michaels taking another bump.
And he's got a chair.
By this point in time, aren't these chairs aluminum?
Who knows? Why are there even chairs under the ring, anyway?
They're extras from setting up the chairs that are around the perimeter of the ring.
Oh, okay. I've
Now, why are there
wondered that.
kendo sticks? Don't ask me.
Yeah. Because chairs have always been one of those things where I'm like, I'm sure there's an kayfabe explanation for this, but I just don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always figured. Because you see the people that are around the ring, just imagine that they're sitting on those chairs, and those are just extras, and where's the easiest place to put the extra chairs? Under the ring.
Yeah. Good sell, Hunter.
They are going holy shit about a very simple chair shot. That's the impact these two characters have.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This feels like such an old school style match.
Mm-hmm. And you know, in this day and age, it kind of takes a big pair of balls to end a show like that.
Because they know that these guys can handle a match like that. Oh my god.
Oh.
Shawn Michaels just taking all the bumps tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Meanwhile, Kane's just been standing there all night.
Hey guys, I can't really take that many bumps. I have mayoral duties. And it'd be really bad to go to a city council meeting with a black eye.
That's what I was gonna say, is like, I wear a mask, but if I walk into a meeting with a black eye, everybody's gonna know I'm Kane. My secret identity will be exposed.
Even though when they announced that he won the mayoral race, he came out to his Kane theme song.
Yeah.
It'd be like Batman just having a crap ton of. Oh!
Triple H just elbowed Kane through the table.
I guess he did take a bump.
Yeah.
But
that one's easy to hide. That one.
Yeah.
Took it in the stomach.
Yeah. It's not like he's trying to hide it. Because you know what his campaign logo was? It was fire. Like, he parlayed a ton of his WWE fame into that mayoral race.
Good for him.
You know what? With Undertaker taking off his shirt the way he did, it looks like he's wearing a cummerbund.
It does.
On the chair?
One last time,
No.
Tombstone. Ooh. Was that the first cover?
The first major cover. There's been like, oh, he's down, let me do a cover to see. Like feel out covers earlier on.
Okay. Oh
my god, I know how this is gonna end.
Sean's gonna end it?
No. Sean's gonna take off the shirt from the referee and referee the match as a callback to the last match.
Oh dude. What a great work from Sean.
Sean's great. Oh man, like the effectiveness that these two guys can get out of things that have become so simple to many, many wrestling fans is just like amazing.
Yeah. What the hell? He's affixing the chair like a mousetrap.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh man.
Oh, another ref. You know what they should do to take this to the next level? Have Vince and Steph come out and try and end the match, and have Hunter's like, no, let me finish. I don't care if I win or lose. Let me finish. Ooh.
Oh man.
Drag out by Kane during the count.
God damn.
This is legit great. We've been dogging on this and making fun of it ever since they announced it, but this is great.
It's like old school. Like this is what older wrestlers mean when they say you can have a good match without having to do all the flippy shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they're concerned about when they say all these young guys doing all these huge big bumps. Like, there's nothing they've done here that's that dangerous, but it feels like the most intense thing we have ever seen.
Yeah. Sean's got the sledgehammer. He's got the sledgehammer. Sledgehammer versus chair.
Well, Undertaker's never really had a signature weapon. We know Triple H won.
Yeah.
He just got a full 6 count, but there was no ref to do the count.
He's won in spirit.
So that way Undertaker can win by technicality, but Triple H, we can go on a high note for Triple H's character. Oh!
Ooh.
Triple H is in a submission hold, and he is using the sledgehammer to choke the Undertaker out. Oh, you can look at Triple H had his arm over his mouth so he could talk to Undertaker easier.
Yeah.
It's obvious when you know that kind of stuff happens, but oh man, he hit it so well.
To quote Optimus Prime, there's only one decisive victory, the last. Sean, what is Sean gonna do here? Oof.
Oh, Shawn Michaels immediately grabs his hat so he can put it back on in a second.
Yeah, because otherwise he looks like a freaking, what do you call it? This is a meme I sent you the other day. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Make-A-Wish kid. That's right. Oh, the original ref is getting up. Sean is getting the freaking work tonight. It's great.
You know what? I have a feeling they wanted to have a Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker rematch, but Shawn said, "You know what? No, but I'm willing to do a lot of work for a Triple H one." Holy shit!
Yeah! Triple H wins!
Triple H wins!
We called it! We freaking called it! This is a huge moment for Triple H's character. Holy crap.
Only by letting go could he finally accomplish his goal.
Uh-huh. And now he can move forward into the new phase of his life as the leader of WWE without any baggage.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be a heel anymore. He can be full-on Daddy NXT.
This is great. 5-star. This is a 5-star match, in my opinion.
Fuck yeah. This is like top notch quality.
This is WrestleMania worthy. I'm so glad we got to do a live commentary on this. Holy crap.
Well, semi-live. It's being recorded. Oh man. He's crying in happiness, Triple H.
Yeah.
It feels like they're both feeling like this thing that's been over our heads, this nightmare that we've just both had, is finally done.
Uh-huh.
Because ultimately Shawn Michaels did a lot in this match.
Mm-hmm.
So you could consider this Triple H won against The Undertaker, but Shawn Michaels also did. Shawn Michaels finally got the win he wanted. Dude, you know what this could really be cool to lead on to?
What?
Undertaker comes out and says, you know what? Even dead men have ends to their story. It's time I find a protege. Someone to carry on, not the legacy of the dead man, but a legacy like mine. Leave an heir to what I've brought forth, if not in totality, but in spirit. And then he starts training Bray Wyatt.
Hell yes. That's 100% what they should do.
Especially now
they're
that
already planning a repackage of Bray.
Yeah, but just keep Bray Wyatt as he is, and just really focus in on the fact that the Lake of Reincarnation really left him kind of a blank slate, and he's searching for something.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Triple H throwing away the hammer. They don't need it anymore. They've conquered all their demons.
You know what this fucking reminds me of?
Hmm.
The end of Green with Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Red Ranger going, I beat this huge, insurmountable challenge, and now I want you to be my friend.
You know what this feels like?
End of an era?
This feels like the end of the old school.
Mm-hmm. And we get an arm raise.
This is the end of the old school. And from now on, it's all going to be... I don't want to say it's all... Like, there's still going to be the old school wrestling style, but, like, this is the end of... This is the final, like there's still going to be wrestlers that come from that era, but this is the end of that mentality. These are some of the last guys who don't talk about the business, keep character all the time. This is the last moments of wrestling as an old art form, and it's now coming into a new mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is beautiful. Also, like that arm raise, that's got to be like 20 million desktop backgrounds now.
Because I can only think of one other guy who may still be from that time period where, keep the business, don't.
Oh, got to keep character, so last minute turn.
Got to keep character. That's the old school. That's what old school is.
Sean's going for that table. Sean is going for the announce table. Holy crap.
Michael Cole's voice is going out.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's done nothing but shout tonight.
Yeah.
It's been like 4 hours.
You know what? Found a better way of describing it. This moment is the old school is over, but the spirit will never die.
Mm-hmm.
That's the better way to put it.
Yeah.
That the old school guys, the guys who had to keep kayfabe all the time, yeah, that time's done. But the spirit behind it will never die. Whew.
That was it's a really mixed show overall, but that was an incredible note to end on.
The highs were really high and the lows were about at medium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, it's like a roller coaster of emotion and I felt like shit every few minutes, but it was more like, yeah, this is awesome. Oh, okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this is awesome. It wasn't bad.
I mean, it could have been worse. Bellas could have been Botch City. They could have done some really stupid stuff.
I will say they improved like 200% just for this match.
The Daniel Bryan and Miz match has been way better than their rivalry has been in like 2 or 3 pay-per-views.
Honestly, I think it's just because it was so short. It was such a surprise. It's like, oh crap! Right, a match can end in 5 seconds.
Yeah. And you don't expect that with a pay-per-view.
You don't expect that with a pay-per-view, and you don't expect it with Daniel Bryan. Because he's a good match boy. He's a good wrestler. So you expect, he's going to have a good long match. but like this adds okay, how to best put it? There was a ton of wrinkles in this feud, and then the mixed tag match ironed out a lot of them, and this just added all the wrinkles back. Shield and Dogs of War are still going at it, still cool. I'm interested in it.
It's not as hot as it could have been, but it hasn't been that hot in a little bit. So I think blame it.
Yeah, I think the biggest fault of that is more people were interested in is Dean gonna turn than who's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know. Buddy Murphy becoming a new cruiserweight champion. That's awesome. And it was in the main card. Pretty high up there too.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd put at match of the night, because that and that final match with the guys was up. They're both pretty great.
I'd also put AJ Joe.
You know what? They came in like a really bass-backward order, but like the final match was a great old school match. AJ versus Joe was a good in the middle match, and the cruiserweight match was a good new school match.
Yeah, but they all have a place in the wrestling storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think I don't want to put words in WWE's mouth, but I think this may be them going, let's experiment with different match styles, because let's describe a WWE match. First, one guy gets a little offense, then the other guy gets a little offense, back and forth until one person just gets a little bit more offense, and then they win.
Yeah.
Which WWE match did I describe? 99.9 of them.
Yeah,
but like,
and it really plays into their whole then, now, forever theme that they've been going with for a little while.
Yeah, and this definitely feels much more like a match. These three matches, you know what? Okay, these three matches, the Becky versus Charlotte one, despite the screwy finish. What's the other one? There's one other one I wanted to talk about. Bar New Day. These just felt like this is where WWE can and should be going. Understanding the importance of the old school and psychology and everything, and using that, but also be willing to integrate newer techniques of storytelling, like AJ and Joe, who use a lot of high-flying, high spots in order to effectively add to the old school psychological storytelling.
Yeah.
And also realizing there is a place for just pure athletic competitions like the Cruiserweight show. There's places for goofy action like New Day versus The Bar. And you know what? Strike Becky and Charlotte, because I don't know what it exactly adds, but I like the match.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's
4 a.m.
Is it, motherfucker?
Yeah, we've been going for quite a while.
Okay. So this was a good show. I enjoyed it. It is about a B+ for me.
Mm-hmm. It was way better than I expected it to be. Like, I threw this out here as like we should do an MMWP on this, just because like I had the time, and I hardly have the time to watch pay-per-views at the same time as Chris anymore. But I expected it to be just kind of like, whatever. They're just going out to a foreign audience and showing off for a bit, and we're not really going to get anything that interesting or will have a long-lasting impact. And we got a good amount of both, and it was really fun, and I had a good time and was blown away by a couple matches.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool stories. Can't wait to see what happens next. So let's wrap it up. Mm-hmm. Give us your details.
I am the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos, or at least I used to. I haven't made one in quite a while because I'm busy with shit and stuff. I'm working over here. I've got all kinds of irons in the fire. I've got my hands in all the places. But if you want to go check out my stuff, hey, youtube.com/thevacuuminator, twitter.com/thevacuuminator. I tweet and talk about stuff, and I've got other social medias out there you can find if it's not that hard. Get off your ass. Go work for your entertainment or something. I don't know. I'm being weird.
Yeah. I'm Chris, Boingo Rider Gasson. I also haven't made a video in a while, but you can find me at Boingo Rider on YouTube. There is a subreddit for Modular Media. It is in the description. And you can also find a link to my Discord channel if you want to hang out there. Vac shows up every once in a while.
I do.
We got a bunch of stuff in the works, both privately for our own stuff and for Modular Media in general, including more and more podcasts, more and more video projects that we can handle right now, and a website in the works that I'm doing. But till then, keep watching, subscribe to the channel, see what we do, and I think that wraps it up for all of us.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Aussie, 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 oi, 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 or something.